With that, Honorable Bosita.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, sa DepEd, magkano po ba yung budget ng GASPE for 2023?
For 2023, Mr. Chair, mas malaki po yun because it was the time that DBM provided us with yung hindi po natin na budget cut.
Nabayaran.
So mga around 53 billion po or 52 billion at that time sa 2023, Mr. Chair.
2024.
So 2024, we have around 40 billion, Mr.
For
Chair.
this year.
For this year, around 40 billion pero mas increase lang po ng about mga siguro 500 million, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, according to DepEd, it's 55 private schools yung terminated po for GASPE program. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
55. And ilang pong estudyante yung enrolled do sa 55 private schools?
We have to double check our numbers, Mr. Chair, kasi yung meron lang kami is yung na-flag po na number of learners, Mr. Chair.
Number of
Enrollment.
So terminate po ninyo yung 55 private schools for GASPE program ng DepEd. Ano po ba yon? Pag sinabing terminate, wala na silang hindi na pwede silang mag-avail nitong GASPE program for their students. Totally terminated po.
Depende po yan, Mr. Chair, because number one, yung terminate naman po natin, Mr. Chair, it doesn't mean na lahat po yun ay sinasabi nating may go students. Meron din pong iba dyan na unqualified po yung beneficiaries nila, meaning yung beneficiaries nila pumapasok naman po pero hindi po nag-apply po via the online voucher application program. So tinitingnan po natin dyan, Mr. Chair. So it depends. If ever the violation is really about there's fraud, no, may yung hindi po pumapasok talaga yung kanilang mga estudyante, then they're really terminated from the program. They cannot be reinstated. But for those po na pwede po, the DepEd order states that they can reapply po for to the voucher program, I think after 2 years po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, ang tanong ko po, kung 55 private schools yung terminated, limbawa po, private school A or school A, terminate ninyo. Tama po ba? Limbawa lang. And once terminate ninyo, hindi na sila maka-avail ng program para sa kanilang estudyante. Tama po?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Let's say yung private school A, meron silang estudyante na 1,000. And paano ninyo na-decide na lahat ng 1,000 enrolled students ay fraudulent? Kaya terminate po ninyo yung school na makabil ng program. So kung base sa record, merong 1,000 students enrolled sa kanila, nag-a-avail nitong GASPE program, itong voucher system na ni-implement ng DepEd. How could you determine na lahat ng 1,000 students niya fraudulent?
We did not say it's fraudulent, Mr. Chair. Ang sinabi lang natin, Mr. Chair, na nung pagpunta ng PAC, who is a co-manager of the program, when they went there po, Mr. Chair, nakita po nila na based on the records po ng schools ay hindi po nakikita doon yung mga bata. Meron pong ganun na mga situation, Mr. Chair, na there's no class attendance. They are also not included in the school registry, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, ang tinatanong ko po, kung yung school na yon terminate ninyo para doon sa program, paano yung estudyante na pumapasok naman talaga? Kasi ang terminate po ninyo na makabil, Mr. Chair, ng program, yung school
Yes, Mr.
paano
Chair.
naman po kung hindi I think hindi po tayo nagkakaintindihan O ako, sa akin po
Kunyari,
kayo.
1,000 ang 100 na naka-enroll.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yung 100 na yon, sa totoo, half nun, hindi talaga alleged ghost. Pero yung kalahati pumapasok.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, paano mag-terminate? Kalahati lang ang termination o yung buong program?
School.
yung school po, Mr. Chair, hindi na po
Avail.
Kuha
Because
ng
nagkaroon na sila
subsidy.
ng kasalanan.
Yes, Mr.
So,
Chair.
Mr. Chair, may problema tayo doon.
Hello?
Paano kung tayo, para mas madali po tayo
Yes,
magkaintindihan,
Bishop.
let's say kami lahat dito, estudyante, naka-enroll dyan sa katabi na school, and you found out na may problema sa school,
Mm-mm.
terminate po ninyo
Mm-mm.
na hindi maka-avail ng program.
Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
I wait for
Paano naman kami mga estudyante na hindi naman kami talagang uma-attend kami?
Okay.
So, ibig sabihin po ba ng DepEd, nadamay yung mga estudyante na talagang pumapasok, hindi sila maka-avail ng program?
Okay.
Yung po ba?
We have to clarify, Mr. Chair. Sige po. We have a situation wherein, ipalagay na lang po natin, Mr. Chair, no, na there are 1,000 voucher beneficiaries of that school. However, yung school po na yon, meron din po silang hindi voucher recipients. Let's say around 1,000 din po. So there's in total 2,000. 1,000 beneficiaries.
Mr. Chair, excuse me, nalalayo po tayo doon sa issue. Halimbawa po, as per your record, 1,000 yung nag-avail ng vouchers. Yung sinusuporta ng DepEd
Yes,
dito
Mr.
sa
Chair.
GASP program, 1,000. And then you find out na may problema doon sa ibang
Yung
estudyante.
kalahati po, Mr.
Sabihin
Chair.
natin, 500. Pero ang pinaklarify ko po, Mr. Chair, ang tinerminate ba ng DepEd doon sa program is the school?
Yes, Mr. Chair, the
Yes.
school.
Paano po yung support doon sa remaining 500?
Mm-mm.
Bahala na sila?
Hindi po,
wala na?
Mr. Chair. Pinapatapos po natin yan, Mr. Chair. Once we say terminated po yung school, Mr. Chair, it's more on hindi na po sila makakasama sa voucher program starting grade 11. So for example, Mr. Chair, yung sa situation po na binigay, yung 500 po doon, nakita po na may lapses nung grade 11. Yung other 500 na pumapasok naman po na voucher beneficiaries, pinapatapos po natin yan ng grade 12. Binabayaran pa rin po natin yan, Mr. Chair. Ang termination lang po ng school na yon ay magsa-start na po ng grade 11, meaning they cannot accept grade 11 na mga voucher beneficiaries. And again, I want to emphasize also na pwede pa rin naman pong tumanggap ang school na yon ng grade 11 na mga learners. It's just that hindi na po natin sila isasama sa subsidy.
So parang mali yung term na terminated yung school doon sa program. Kasi sinasabi po ninyo gina-justify ninyo na kung na-find out na yung 500 may problema, yung 500 binabayaran pa rin po ninyo. Tama po?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So Mr. Chair, parang mali yung term na terminated yung school doon sa program.
Terminated in the next calendar, Mr. Chair, because I still want to emphasize that the penalty is really upon the school and not to the learners, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So 55 schools yan.
Yes, Mr. Chair, for now po.
Identified, siyempre, 55 So
Yes, Mr.
identified
Chair.
yung schools. Sampung particular regions marami.
We have a number po from NCR and Region 4A po, Mr. Chair.
Region 4A lahat.
Not necessarily lahat po. Ang sinabi niyo po, Mr. Chair, is karamihan po.
O sige po.
So,
Ilan po sa Region 4A? May data po ba kayo dyan kung ilang schools sa mga different region?
yes po, Mr. Chair. We have it po. Pero hindi lang po na kasi naka-filter. I think we can submit na lang po sa inyo. Or if you want, we can manually, ano na lang po.
Mr.
count.
Chair, pwede po ba i-submit nila sa committee? Yung school?
Yes, per region na lang. Pero again, we don't need kasi under investigation yung iba, we don't need the names.
Yes.
Ang kailangan lang natin yung number per
Yes.
province, yun lang.
Okay,
Pero
Mr. Chair.
no, we don't need to respect also the private school and also your investigation.
Yes.
We don't need the name.
Yes, Mr. Chair. If I can just double check and then siguro just give us 30 minutes, Mr. Chair. We can already provide,
Mr.
Mr. Chair.
Can we include the number of students involved dun sa particular regions? At least yung total.
Sige po, Mr. Chair. We can, sige po, 30 minutes po. Give us.
So, Mr. Chair, if I made 200 million pesos yung estimated amount
So far, yun naging gross.
so far. Mr. Chair, ang concern ko lang po dito is yung kasalanan ni Juan, hindi dapat madamay si Pedro. Kaya dapat maingat po kayo, DepEd, na kung sino lang yung dapat masacrifice dahil doon sa alleged anomaly, yun lang ang masacrifice. Huwag naman yung mga students na nandyan talaga, legit.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So,
Of course.
kailangan maingat po kayo. So, kung it's around 22,000 students, ano po, yung sinasabing, alleged, ano, Mr.
So
Chair?
far, alleged.
So far,
Stinap payment.
yes. Mr. Chair, kailan po matatapos ng DepEd yung validation kung ilan talaga ito? Kasi millions of pesos ang pinag-uusapan dito, Mr. Chair. Eh.
27
Billions,
billion.
yes. Kailan po malalaman, Mr. Chair, from DepEd yung validations para masabi natin na ilan talaga yung estudyante na questionable na sinasabi allegedly ghost students?
For the school year 2023-2024, Mr. Chair, meron na po kaming na-identify doon, and the committee requested that it be provided with the details on this 200 million. And then aside from this, kasi Mr. Chair, the department has an ongoing investigation, pero it's in the regional office. So we have a coordination meeting tomorrow on Friday, Mr. Chair. So more or less malalaman namin kung kailan din po yung result ng kanilang investigation for this school year 2023-2024, and we will get back to the committee. I cannot say what month po talaga matatapos po yung investigation nila, Mr. Chair, because this is handled by the regional office, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I'm not asking about investigation. Ang tinatanong ko po, ano ang timeline ninyo for the validations kung ilan pa yung mga estudyante na ghost students, allegedly? May timeline po dapat tayo. Iba po yung investigation iba po yung validation. By the way, Mr. Chair, ilan po ba yung total number of students under GASP program for 2023 and 2024?
Around 1.2 yung ating beneficiaries po for the school for the senior high school voucher program, Mr. Chair.
It's around 1.2 million.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, wala po kayong target or timeline kung yung sa validation?
Yung validation po for school year 2023-2024, Mr. Chair, we already done that po, yung 100% validation.
So kung 100% validation, ano pong exact number ng questionable beneficiaries?
For a while, Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, may I get back to you on the exact number? Kasi yun po, ballpark figure lang po yung...
Yes, Mr. Chair, kasi po sinabi ni Attorney Rama from DepEd, 100% na yung validation na ginawa nila. So kung 100% validation na po yung ginawa ninyo, so meaning dapat may exact number na kayo kung ilang estudyante, beneficiaries yung questionable.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Tama
Meron
po.
naman po. Database, wait lang po, Mr. Chair.
Dapat kasi, Mr. Chair, maimbestigahan ito properly kasi pera ng taong bayan yan Pati DepEd.
Again, para sa tamang perspective, as mentioned earlier, this is being handled now by GASO, by the GAS, di ba? Dati, wala nga yan And there was a time, walang plantilla positions yan. That is why, because of the hearings in this committee a few years ago pa, nag-umpisa na binigyan na sila ng plantilla position sa GASO. That is why, again, I agree with you, dapat nasa tip of their fingers. Pero dati nga kasi, tinanggal yung Bureau of Private Education, nawala yung coordination doon. So talagang yung monitoring, nagka-problema talaga. But now, they are going towards that path again, yung direction.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
With ang GASO, meron na rin kayong plantilla positions.
For the gas po, yes
Meron
po,
na.
meron
For
na
GAS,
po.
meron na kayo ngayon.
Yes po, Mr.
So
Chair.
matututo ka na itong mga numbers na ito, you will be able to do the homework problem.
Yes, Mr. Chair, in the central office po, Mr. Chair. We don't have any counterpart sa baba, Mr. Chair, ha, so it's only in the central office.
Again, to put in proper perspective, ito naman yung nakita nating naabutan natin sa Department of Education. Ever since matagal na, unang-una kulang ng principal. Hindi naman lahat ng schools may principal. Pangalawa, halos lahat ng teacher, yung trabaho niya, hindi lang teaching. Ang daming admin work na binigay sa kanila. Pero since EDCOM 2, we have started now to request the DBM, the executive, to provide more administrative assistants. Pero sa totoo, we have approximately 47,000 DepEd schools. Ang pinakamaganda dyan, meron tayong admin assistant doon sa 47,000 schools. Ang problema, hindi ka naman pwede mag-hire lang. Kasi yung tasks involved, medyo iba-iba rin. So hindi yung absorptive capacity na maka-hire tayo immediately ng 47,000, hindi rin kakayanin. It will take a couple of years talaga. Kasi kailangan mo ng accountant, kailangan mo ng librarian, kailangan talaga may specific tasks na naiwan na, dekada nang naiwan na hindi talaga nalagyan ng tao. Ang nagtatrabaho ng teachers. So aside from teaching, sila rin ang gumagawa ng LIS system, sila rin ang gumagawa sa feeding program. Teachers rin ang gumagawa niyan It was only when EDCOM 2 about a year, 2 years ago, raised these issues na now, nag-hire na, nag-uumpisa ng may teacher items na, may items na rinready o rinedy na. Ang problema, hindi naman pwede mag-hire lang kasi nutritionist, hindi naman pwedeng kahit sino lang Meron din standards para maging nutritionist siya, di ba? So again, that will take a little more time. It's just, yun talaga yung issue natin Ang dami talagang challenges within the department na dekada nang na-neglect. So ito, little by little, ando doon na tayo. We are trying to fix it.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah,
Victorio?
parang last lang, no, just manifestation. Siguro isang concern pa rin dito, tingnan yung ALS program. Kasi iba yung entry niya pagdating sa senior high. So pwede yung panggalingan ng mga ganito. No? Kasi wala siyang LRN. So iba yung kanyang sistema. So maybe baka doon yung loopholes.
Meaning with respect to the voucher system?
Yes po. With respect to the vouchers.
Pagka ALS,
yung
ALS attendee ka
alternative
ba?
learning
Yeah,
system.
alam ko, yung ALS, ano yun? Wala siyang, hindi siya part ng LIS, hindi siya part ng...
May certificate lang pong binibigay yung...
Meron raw.
No, pero hindi ganun yun, as I understand.
Yes. Ang LIS ba kasama ang ALS enrollees? Yes,
Yes, Mr. Chair. ALS din siya included in the LIS.
they are given an LRN.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Since when? Kasi baka dati wala.
Ang understanding ko po ay they are just given a certificate. So yun nga yung, di ba, last hearing po nung nag-aayos natin yung IGATSPEC, isa na sa concern namin yung ALS program. Kasi nga yung hindi nababayaran, nagpupunta na lang sa ALS. So ito yung mga iba pang dapat tingnan. Kasi yung iba yung kanyang interest. Pagka
Ano
chinecheck
yung
ko siya,
specific na concern? Kasi sinabi naman nila right now,
yun nga yung
part sila ng LIS. So hindi magkakaroon ng alleged ghost students doon.
meron no kasi,
So ano yung concern?
meron no kasi dyan ng mga hindi na rin pumapasok. Yung mga hindi pumapasok. Diba?
Pumapasok
So,
saan?
Sa school.
Sa
Kasi
ALS class nila?
No, even the senior high, kasi nga nagtapos lang sila sa ALS. O, iba
Hindi,
naman.
ang ALS, ang tamang konsepto ng ALS is that dapat nagkaroon talaga ng based on the situation, kaya ka lang pwede mag-ALS. Hindi pa
Diba?
pwede na mag-grade 11 ka next year, aalis ka na lang, tapos mag-ALS ka. Hindi pwede yon. Very clear naman sa batas yun So kung may ganyan, ibang anomaly yan. Hindi yan sa voucher anomaly.
Yeah,
Ibang anomaly yun.
yeah, baka pwede pero umano lang.
Yes, pero just to address your concern, kasi bringing up mo yung ALS, para andito na rin tayo. Ano yung problema? Kasi hindi talaga pwedeng mangyari yung very situational ang ALS. Ang ALS meaning parang in conflict ka, parang nangyari sa'yo, hindi ka talaga makapasok. So nawala ka ng 3 years, 4 years. So na-behind ka sa taon eh. Yung magiging kaklase mo, instead na kaedad mo, masyadong way below na ng age mo. So ayaw mo nang pumasok. So binibigyan natin sila ng pathway na makabalik.
Yes,
Out of
Mr.
school
Chair.
talaga siya. Yes, in that sense.
Yeah.
So ano yung
You know yung goal ng ALS. Pero ngayon, you are just left behind 1 year, pwede na ho sa ALS.
but
Kasi
that is not a voucher issue.
Yeah.
That
Oo,
is
pero
another issue.
ang concern ho doon sa
Ang
voucher.
concern ninyo, enrollment ninyo ang nawawala.
Ang concern ho doon, hindi po yung,
Di ba?
Mr. Chair, ang concern ho doon sa voucher system, no, meron hong mga cases na kasi ho ang ALS ay iba ho ang kanyang dapat i-apply muna na hindi ko lang ho maalala yung term.
Yes.
So mayroon hong mga schools na ina-apply na agad directly doon sa
Sige.
system ng
Ang gawin natin, Mr. Vittorio, we will have another hearing for this concern kasi valid yung concern ninyo kung hindi naman nasusunod yung batas. So again, I will hold another hearing with respect to your concern. Pero imbitahin din namin kayo, but again, pagdating ng time na yon, yung kung ano man yung datos na ma-share ninyo, ano yung experience, maganda yon. Pero with respect to the voucher, which is the concern right now, ano yung issue with respect to the voucher?
Yun nga ho, Mr. Chair, no, hindi ko lang kasi ganito ho yan no. Parang pagka ALS ka, dapat may applyan muna. I-approve muna yung ng system na pwede kang pumasok doon bago ka pumunta doon sa system ng vouchers. So meron nung mga nangyayari na babetaan namin na directly ho nila ini-enroll doon sa system ng vouchers. So isa baka ho pwedeng
And then ano yun, entitled sila to a voucher.
yes po. Tapos makikita na hindi pala. Later on hindi makikita.
Makita na hindi pala
No, kasi nga galing sila sa ALS.
Hindi pala
Hindi ho sila qualified. May mga ganunong cases kaming narinig.
Oh.
So maybe ho, yun nga again.
Yes, tama yun.
So
Attorney
balikan ho
Tara.
natin ulit, i-refund. So paano kung hindi na nga
Yung safeguards na sigurado yung mag-enroll sa ALS, qualified talaga for ALS. Kasi baka mamaya yung ibang, if I understand correctly, yung iba instead na mag-grade 11, 1 year off pa lang, pinapa-ALS na nila.
yung mga ganunong cases.
And then later on, madi-discover nung DepEd na hindi pala qualified sa ALS program, so magre-refund nun.
Parang mga ganun ho.
Oh.
We will
So nalalagay
we will
sa alanganin yung even
yung
the
mga
private
ganun ho kasi
school.
kwentuhan sa amin.
Sige. But if you could provide DepEd, I'm sure sila Attorney Tara would want, even without a committee meeting, kung
Yes,
makadiretso na kayo sa kanila, give them, i-flag nyo na yung mga issues na narinig nyo para pwede lang nilang tingnan.
Yeah.
Di ba?
We will do it
Even without a committee hearing po,
Yes po.
kung pwede na
Yes po,
kayo
Mr. Chair.
dumiretso.
We will know naman
Yes,
Director
kasi
Bryce.
may gas na naman
Apo.
Pwede na doon. So, Attorney Tara, may na kayo sagot
Yes po.
kay
Okay.
Honorable Busita?
Mr. Chair, to clarify lang po, no, sorry, I didn't have the number earlier kasi so now I have the database already. So, I would like to state na ito po yung hinold natin for school year 2023-2024, meaning hindi po natin binayaran. And may I just also clarify that we cannot save as in like po na go students po ito kasi iba't iba po yung ating mga nakita dito so long as hindi po sila tumugma sa learners information system natin. So we can term this as questionable claims po, Mr. Chair. Kasi po, kumbaga, may sinubmit yung school na billing statement sa DepEd. When upon checking sa learners information system, it can say na number 1, they are enrolled in another private school or enrolled in another public school, or there's no enrollment data. So we can perhaps call it as a questionable claim. So okay.
Para lang tayo.
Oo, that is
Yes.
clear. And next po, ito po yung hindi po natin binayaran dahil nga po hindi tumugma po yung information sa billing statement and the learner's information system. So the amount is around 250 million and the number of learners na concerned dyan po sa questionable claims is around 13,109. And for those schools na flag po natin, it's around 1,347.
Excuse,
Yes
Mr.
po,
Chair.
Mr. Chair.
So 30,109 students?
13.
13. 13. So saan po galing yung sabing it's around 22,000?
Estimate kanina.
Estimated yun
So ang
kanina.
layo
Sorry po.
ah.
Oo.
13,000. And how many schools?
1,347 po, Mr. Chair.
So saan po yung sabi kanina 55 schools?
Yun po yung terminated,
Terminated.
Mr. Chair.
So
Opo.
hindi na sila makakabil ng program,
Yes
voucher
po.
program.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, kung terminated sila, definitely, hindi na pwedeng mag-enroll doon yung mga estudyante na gustong mag-avail ng program. Tama po.
Kung mag-a-avail po sila ng program, yes po, hindi na po pwede, Mr. Chair. But if they want to enroll
Pwede.
without the senior high school voucher program, they can.
So, ibig sabihin po, yung mga estudyante doon sa area nila, masasacrifice. Hindi po ba, Mr. Chair, na kung sino yung may lapses or may accountability doon sa school, dapat panagutin. At kung meron,
School, na nagsasubmit, hindi estudyante. So if you do not penalize the school, wala kayo pe-penalize na iba. Hindi naman estudyante may kasalanan. It's the school that's
Yes.
affected.
Mr. Chair.
So gusto ninyo, nag-fake na siya pero wag siya i-penalize? Is that what you want?
No, Mr. Chair. Ang punto lang dito, Mr. Chair, not the school, but some of the personnel from the school. Kasi ang punto dito, Mr. Chair, kung may personnel from the school na may mali dito, masacrifice yung the whole school and the students na pwedeng mag-avail ng program. Yun lang punto dito, Mr. Chair. I'm not saying na I'm correct. Ang pinupunto ko lang dito, Mr. Chair, like for example, isang school tayo, eh siguro naman hindi lahat tayo dito involved dyan sa illegal or alleged anomaly na yan. So, masacrifice yung buong school, yung mga estudyante sa ating area, masacrifice na rin lahat. Yun ang punto dito, Mr. Chair. I'm not saying na I'm correct, but my point is, bakit the whole school yung masacrifice? And pati yung mga bata do sa locality, do sa area, masacrifice na rin. Yun ang punto lang, Mr. Chair, na dapat sana kung may problema, may mali, dapat ang accountable, dapat ang liable kung sino talaga, not the entire school and the students doon sa locality. That's my point, Mr. Chair. I'm not saying na correct po ako. Ang punto ko lang dito, Mr. Chair, hindi dapat masakripisyo si Juan dahil sa kasalanan ni Pedro. That's my point, Mr. Chair.
Attorney Tara, siguro if it is possible for DepEd to go to that level, sino ba nagsasign nung letter papunta sa DepEd na ito yung students namin? Who signs that?
There are 3 signatories of the school billings, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
The
like-
school head.
Pero ang pumipirma niyan, authorized by the Board of Directors.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So yung Board of Directors ang may-ari ng school.
Yes, Mr.
Ang Board of
Chair.
Directors should know kung ano yung sinasign ng authorized signatory niya.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, again, ang gusto ko i-point out dito, kung ako may-ari ng school, I think hindi kasalanan ng lahat ng school personnel yan eh. Administrators, board of directors. So yes, Mr. Chair.
Paano ending nito? Gusto mo ma-identify per person? Ang hirap.
No, Mr. Chair.
Paano yung pera?
Yes, I know your point, Mr. Chair, is yung maprotektan. But my point is, kung tayo ang school, maybe ilan lang dito yung involved eh. Bakit i-sacrifice natin yung school? And ang chain effect pa niyan, yung mga estudyante dito sa ating area na walang ibang dapat puntahan kundi sa eskwelahan natin kasi yan yung malapit. Mahirap lang yung parents nila. They cannot avail na pumunta sa malayong school Kasi nga, mahirap sila eh. Kaya nga, ina-avail nila, Mr. Chair, itong program na to. So, dahil lang sa kasalanan ng ilan, halimbawa dito sa atin, school tayo, maybe 3 or 5 lang ang involved dito. So, ang daming masacrifice. Ang talo dito, yung mga estudyante na nag-enroll sa ating school. But kung totally terminated yung school dahil sa kasalanan ng ilan lang from the school administration, sacrifice na yung mga bata. Yun ang gusto kong tingnan, Mr. Chair, na dapat hindi masacrifice dito yung mga bata dahil sa kasalanan ng ilang school administrator or personnel dito sa anomalya na to, kung totoo nga, yun ang punto ko dito, Mr. Chair, na dapat ma-address yung problema na hindi masacrifice yung mga bata. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chair.
In effect rin, ano, siguro tama yung point ni Honorable Basita, pero from the DepEd's point of view, siguraduhin nyo may DepEd school doon. Then build more school buildings. Di ba? You have to ensure na mayroong DepEd schools doon. O kung hindi, ako naman I cannot agree na na to go that deep kasi masasakripisyo yung quality and then nagkasalanan ka na sa pag-submit mo and then papahirapan pa. Then you have to build more schools.
Mr. Chair, one of the good thing about the senior high school voucher program is because the voucher is portable. So if ever there are other schools naman po nearby, they can actually
Honorable Basita, paano kung iisa lang yung eskwelahan na yun? I think yun yung point niya. Paano kung iisa na lang yun?
we will check, Mr. Chair, kung
Yes.
meron bang public, I mean, may private school na mag-isa lang po talaga siya kasi
Mr.
I don't
Chair.
think we have that kind
Mr.
of
Chair,
school.
general situation, ang ating pamahalaan hindi makapagbigay ng enough number of school buildings. Yun ang pong general situation yun eh. Yes, madaling sabihin, ang solusyon dito, let's build enough buildings for the DepEd. Pero hindi naman po kaya yun sa ganun eh. Yun ang problema,
Um,
Mr. Chair.
Mm-mm.
So ang punto dito, Mr. Chair, doon sa kaanumalyahan ng ibang school personnel, at alam natin na hindi yan mangyayari na doon lang sa school may anomalya. Alam naman natin, if we talk corruption, yan ay laging may partnership eh. Ang pinopoint out ko dito, Mr. Chair, ang talo yung mga estudyante. Huwag nating isacrifice yung estudyante. I-address natin ng tama yung problema. Yun, Mr. Chair. Yun lang ang gusto natin.
Mr. Chair, may I come back to the committee with a clear data on that, Mr. Chair, just to, kasi on the DepEd side, Mr. Chair, yung sa amin lang din naman, I think we share the same sentiment na kung sino man yung pananagutin natin, of course, it's the administration, number one. If there are fraudulent acts, then of course the administration who directly participated in that, that's also what we're doing sa DepEd to see if kung yung mga administrators na po yun ay talagang directly participating, they will not just face the termination of their school from the voucher program but actually a criminal case with that matter. Naintindihan ko naman po na sasabihin ni Sir na hindi na po makakatanggap ng mga voucher beneficiaries po natin yung Mr. Chair, pero sa school, but in my own opinion, I don't this sa DepEd, no, pero I think the learners, the Filipino learners also deserve to be enrolled in a school na hindi po kumakimit po ng mga fraudulent schemes. Even if we say that these are only konti lang na administrators, but the point is that they are the administrators. These are not mga admin lang po na naggumagawa nito. The administrators as the official signatories of these billing statements should know better, Mr. Chair.
Siguro yung school mapping rin ng private schools. Kasi
Yes,
again,
Mr.
yung point
Chair.
ni Honorable Busita is paano kung walang DepEd school doon? Hindi ka naman makaka-build ng DepEd classrooms kaagad-agad. Unang-una, para gumawa ng DepEd, may school ID pa, may dadaan ng proseso. Ang point niya, paano kung wala rin private school na iba doon? Yun na lang. So parang ang gusto lang natin siguraduhin, baka there are intermediate sets of things to do para ma-assure yung quality. But importante doon yung school mapping ninyo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
We can come up with the school mapping naman po, Mr. Chair, because we have an ongoing coordination with the e-care system, Mr. Chair, na minapap po na talaga natin kung ilan ang mga private schools nearby sa isang public schools or ilang public schools ang nandoon sa isang specific area.
Attorney
So,
Tarat, we agree with what you're doing. Pero ito yung point ni Honorable Basita. Paano kung may sitwasyon na ganun, baka dapat meron lang kayong solution doon? Just in case
Yes,
may
yes, Mr. Chair.
walang mapapasukan eh.
yes, Mr. Chair, we will look
Wala.
into that.
Mr. Chair, hindi po ba while ongoing yung investigation ng DepEd, pabayaan lang munang magtanggap yung school ng
Pwede.
beneficiaries?
Wala lang voucher program. Pero pwede.
Yes, they are allowed
Yes.
po to accept, Mr. Chair, basta hindi lang po under sa ating voucher beneficiaries.
Yes.
So in
Syempre.
short, the learners can really, if they want still to enroll in that school, pwede naman po. Kasi hindi naman po natin tinanggal yung permit or even their recognition, Mr. Chair. Ang tinanggal lang po natin is yung privilege nila to receive the subsidy.
Ito kasi tama si Honorable Bosita in the sense eh. Paano kung iisa na lang na school yon within that? Assuming na lang. Yun na lang. Kaya importante is, kunwari isa na lang. Yun ang point niya. Point ni Honorable Bosita, correct me if I'm wrong ha. Paano kung walang DepEd school na maglalakad siya o kailangan pa siya magsasakyan na hindi naman nila kaya yon o maglalakad ng malayo. Tapos wala rin ibang private school. Baka in those cases man lang, pag may flag kayo na school, dapat tingnan nyo kaagad, mas school mapping kaagad, meron pa bang iba doon o wala? Kasi kung wala, paano yung estudyante? Yun ang point eh, di ba? That is the point eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair. My point is, I'm sorry, DepEd. Frankly speaking, may pagkukulang kayo eh. Hindi nyo na-monitor eh. Kayo may problema dyan eh. Tapos isacrifice natin mga estudyante.
Not you.
Not you, not you, by the way. By,
Not you.
nagulat. I'm sorry, Attorney Tara. Akala mo, I'm saying na ikaw eh. No, not you, but the DepEd, the department, the institution. No? So, ang ano dito, yung mali ng department, wag nating isacrifice yung mga bata.
Pero Attorney Tara, I can sure. At si Honorable Bosita has been insisting on that. Pinilit ko nga siya mag-attend dito eh. Ang point niya, it's a DepEd as an institution. Baka mamaya kasi nagkaka-misunderstanding. Hindi it's not a personality thing.
Yes.
It's the institution itself.
Yes.
Which right now, kayo nakaupo, gusto na po-force kayo sumagot sa amin eh. Pero hindi kayo, it's not you, it's
Yes,
the institution.
Yes,
Wala
Mr. Chair.
kayo doon decades ago eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Chair. We'll look into that po. With the data talaga po to support. So that's why I asked po the committee that allow me to return with the data with that. And of course, Mr. Chair, naintindihan naman po natin yung sinasabi ni Representative Boseta kasi yun nga po yung concern niya na what if yung ibang students nga na hindi kasama doon sa na-flag, we consider them po kasi we don't want to disenfranchise anyone. But given that situation, Mr. Chair, yes, babalik po ako with data and we will also provide you with our proposal and recommendation on how to answer this.
So,
Thank you.
with that, Mr. Chair, if I may suggest sa DepEd, wag muna kayo mag-terminate ng school. Parang while ongoing investigation, ayan nyo lang muna mag-enroll yung mga estudyante doon. Wag nating isacrifice yung estudyante. Again, hindi po ikaw, Attorney Tara, yung department ang nagkaroon ng lapses, wag nating isacrifice yung mga estudyante. Kawawa naman po sila. Kasi kung mapera naman tong mga to, yung parents nila, if they can avail private school without the support of the Department of Education, bakit sila magmakaawa sa atin? So, yun lang, Mr. Chair. Yung mali ng not Attorney Tara but the Department of Education, wag po natin isacrifice yung mga bata. Kawawa naman. Ang nakataya po kasi dito, Mr. Chair, future ng mga ito. And to clarify, kung merong naibibigay na enough schools ang ating pamahalaan, wala namang pag-uusapan tayong ganito. All in all, ang problema talaga pa rin sa atin, tayong mga nasa posisyon. Kaya wag po natin i-sacrifice yung mga bata. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Attorney Tara, again, kadol sinasabi ni Honorable Busita, kami naman dito, all that we can do is to oversight. Kung ano yung suggestions namin dito, all we want is that you bring it up sa EXECOM. Para yung EXECOM, tapos pagbalik niya dito, alam namin kung accepted kami o hindi. Di ba? Pero again, hindi naman namin pinapa-substitute. You have an EXECOM, kayo rin.
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair. We'll raise po the concern of Mr. ano po,
Honorable
Chair.
Busita.
Honorable Busita po.
Wala konting Mr. Chair.
Tapusin ko lang si Honorable Busita.
Attorney Tara, please lang. Pangit na ano yung apelyido ko, mali pa yun. Masyado mo yata akong hinaharas. Yes, boss. Pangit
Mr.
na nga
Chair,
eh.
lang
Mali
po.
pa yung ano mo eh.
That Honorable Plato, with the permission of Honorable Busita, Honorable Plato.
Mr. Chair, thank you po. In relation lang sa binabanggit ni Senador Bisit. Yung tungkol po dito sa binabanggit mo kanina. Ano ang accountability ng mga DepEd Regional Directors sa mga School Services Superintendent sa validation ng mga actual na estudyante? Yun lang naman. Thank you,
Attorney
Mr. Chair.
Tara, or who in DepEd will be able to respond to that question? Ano yung levels of responsibility ba with respect to checking and safeguarding?
The billing statements po, no, Mr. Chair, yung billing statements po natin currently, no, goes through the regional office po for them to check. However, there is a challenge lang po talaga with regard to that because number one, wala pong kakayahan yung system na meron ang regional ngayon to check po yung pangkalahatan na mga students po. So, they don't have the same, paano ba? Lens ba? Ang tawag doon? Capability or access to the learner's information system yung sa regional offices. So, kaya po, hindi pa po natin, well, we don't really expect that much po from the regional directors. But of course, Mr. Chair, nakasaad naman po din yan sa ating guidelines na meron po tayong some sort of validation sa field office. Yun po. Isa din po yan sa tinitingnan actually namin din po yung sa responsibilities ng ating field offices, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Congressman Plato, are you satisfied? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Attorney Tara.
Yes
Ah,
po, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you. Hindi ikaw yung your department, okay? Anybody from the Yes, Honorable Congresswoman.
May
Castro.
tanong lang ako, Mr. Chair, dun kay PEAC. So dun sa PEAC po, no, kasi nakita ko naman kung gaano kahigpit kayo doon sa kahit na yung sa accreditation or pagpili ng mga schools na magbe-benefit dito sa subsidy, whether it is GASPE, voucher, no, or ESC. So paano po nakalusot sa inyo yung ganitong yung ganitong nakuha ng DepEd na report?
Mr. Chair, siguro just to provide context, no. First, yung ESC program po natin, yung junior high school natin na subsidy, all schools that would like to participate in that program undergo certification, a certification of PEAC. So we visit the schools, we check their facilities, their instruction, and other aspects of in the operations of the schools. Now, for the voucher program kasi, unfortunately, we do not have a certification yet, no, for the senior high school. We've been
So
advocating.
ibig sabihin, PEAC, doon lang kayo sa GASPE? Wala pa kayo doon sa senior high school voucher?
Wala pa pong
Hindi nyo-
opo.
Ah,
That is
okay.
correct, ma'am. Wala pa po
So,
kaming
hindi. So, ibig sabihin
certification.
nun, labas kayo dito sa senior high school voucher beneficiaries. No,
Ah.
kasi gospel lang yung tinitignan nyo.
No, sorry, ma'am. When it
Tama
comes
ba?
to creation of billing statements, kasama po kami sa pag-process ng billing.
Sa senior high.
Opo. Ang
Okay, yun
sinasabi.
yung tanong ko.
Okay,
So,
yes, ma'am.
wag na tayo dun sa gaspe.
Okay.
So, ito pinag-usapan kasi natin yung sa senior high.
Opo.
So, paano nakalusot sa inyo yung ganitong nakita ng DepEd na may mga ghost students, supposedly ghost students. Paano po nakalusot?
Ma'am, yung 55 schools po na terminated po kasi sa amin po nang galing yung report. Kami po yung
Okay,
nag-report po sa
okay.
DepEd na meron
Mm-mm.
po 55 schools na may findings po kami na significant po siya. Kailangan po natin itong pag-usapan at
Kasi kayo
Billing.
nag-check ng billing ng mga private school na tama ba? Kasi
yes,
sinecheck,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
bago makarating yan sa DepEd, hindi ba dapat sinecheck nyo rin yung billing na sinasubmit ng ating mga schools?
Yes, ma'am.
Di ba?
Opo.
Bago yan makarating.
Opo.
Okay. So, yun nga.
Uh,
Paano
before,
nga?
before, ma'am, kasi may limitations kami when it comes to validating yung enrolled school ng bata no prior to school year 24-25. So what we validated lang before are the learner reference numbers and the names of the voucher program beneficiaries yung sa senior high. So nababalidate naman po yun sa LIS and then nabibill po siya sa system po namin. Pero when it comes to checking during the billing process, no, when it comes to checking yung per VPB, it is very difficult po for us kasi nasa 1.2 million po siya. And that's the reason why we conduct monitoring activities, which is yung 10% na na-mention ng chair po natin. So dun sa 10% po na minonitor
Pero
namin,
digitalize naman kayo.
right now, yung sa billing po, yes.
Oo.
Opo.
So,
Yung-
hindi naman makakalusot dun yung magdodoble or magti-triple yung LIS ng mga bata.
May case po before, no, yung early days po ng LIS, meron po tayong mga learners na may multiple learner reference numbers. Nangyayari po yan before. Yun po yung na-mention po earlier, no, prior to you coming in po, ma'am, na sinabi po namin kay Mr. Chair na meron po tayong mga
Okay,
learners
so-
noong 2016, 2017 po yan.
So, do you admit meron din kayong remiss doon sa nangyaring ganun? Kasi alam ko mahigpit kayo sa mga monitoring,
Apo.
billing, chinecheck nyo.
Ma'am, at the onset po kasi mahirap po talaga i-validate yung 1.2 million na VPBs po nationwide ng bawat school. So what we check talaga, no, our systems check is if they're existing in the LIS and if they're existing, na-validate po siya. Now, school year 24-25, nagdagdag po kami ng additional checking mechanisms kasi doon lang po siya napayagan. Doon lang po kami nagkaroon ng access po doon sa data po na yon. This school year po 24-25. Wherein we do not only check yung LRN, yung learner reference number ng bata, ang chine-check na rin po namin is kung enrolled po ba sa school yung bata po na yon, tama po ba yung grade level, and kung qualified po siya mag-participate sa program. So, na-improve po only in school year 24-25 yung API po natin, yung application program interface po between PAC and
Hindi,
DepEd.
yun na yung ginawa ninyo.
Apo,
After nang ma-found out na merong talagang problema.
apo.
'Di ba? So, nag-incorporate na kayo ng mga intervention.
Yes.
Pero before that, yun nga yung sinasabi ko yun nga yung iniimbestigahan natin ngayon
Apo.
So, tingin ko may remiss din kayo doon sa pag-monitor at pag-validate. Kasi sabi mo, kayo ang nag-check ng billing mula sa school bago mapunta yan sa DepEd. Eh bakit bakit nakalusot sa inyo tapos na-found out ng GASO?
Yung
I mean, kayo naman ang nagsabi, no? Pero, so, kayo yung nagsabi, so dahil, accredited nyo yun, so sinasabi nyo doon sa school, na ano ba yung naging ano nyo doon sa school, yung mga na-found out ninyo? Paano yung naging intervention nyo po doon?
Ma'am, sa senior high school po kasi wala po tayong accreditation or certification as we call it. So,
Hindi naman natin pinag-usapan yung certification.
opo,
Beneficiary ng voucher.
opo,
Lahat naman wala. Na-understand ko na yun kanina pa.
opo.
So, kayo, pero involved din kayo dun sa billing, dun sa senior high
Yes
school
po,
voucher.
opo.
So, paano nangyayari yun na, yun yung tanong ko,
Mhm.
na kayo yung nag-accredit dun sa mga schools or kayo yung
Nagpo-process po.
nag-recommend, nagpo-process.
Opo.
So, anong ginawa nyo doon sa school na may nakita kayo na may quote-unquote fraudulent?
Yun nga po kasi, during the billing po kasi, processing ng billing, no, nagde-depend po kami sa system kung na-validate po siya sa LIS. So once na-validate po siya sa LIS, ang next step po kasi namin is yung 10% po na monitoring. Yung 10% po na monitoring po na yon, doon po na-discover yung 55 schools na nireport po namin sa DepEd na pwede nating i-recommend namin for termination. Ganon po yung naging process po.
Okay, so may 90% pa kayong kailangan na i-validate.
Yes
Okay,
po.
thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Castro. I think with that, last question lang, Attorney Taro or DepEd. Sa lahat ng nadiskubre nyo, kasi yung point ni Honorable Bosita, parang napaisip ako, meron bang instance na may school na nag-stop payment kayo dahil sa totoo, based on your check, halos 100% walang estudyante?
Mr. Chair, may isang school po na around 98% po talaga yung questionable, Mr. Chair.
Questionable because wala sa LIS o multiple sa LIS or mali yung school sa LIS?
The learners, when we check sa LIS, Mr. Chair, is enrolled in different public schools.
So effectively, yung sinabmit sa inyo ng school, students from various other schools.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
May ganon.
May ganun po.
Sige. So with that, kung wala na, we can hold another meeting.